Okay, I guess we're live already. Oh, okay. I just got to drag this over to here. Okay. Make that bigger. Go to Paul Murray. Ready? Oh, okay. I just got to drag this. Okay. Pop up chat. Hey there, canceled. And hey, hey. Look at that. It was so close. Bill just got in just ahead of AD. They almost simultaneously come up, right? Oh God, that was funny. Because one went boop boop. Yeah. Uh, well, I got the ceiling done last night, Paul, and the first coat on the walls last night.
What do you put two? Do you put two coats on or what?
Two coats on the ceiling. Well, I did primer. Then I did two coats of the ceiling paint. Smelled really nice, and put first coat on the walls of the color I'm putting on.
So what you just got one more coat on the walls and that's it?
On the wall. Wow. I got wainscoting and trim, and I got to paint all the baseboards, all the trim around the windows, everything yet. Still got that to do.
So you still got quite a bit to do.
But, I'm done with all the drywall, part of it. I've got nailers here. I got everything but trim back on and stuff. But I just got to sand some stuff down on the baseboard and the trim, and some holes to fill for the window trim, because over the years, everybody put brackets on the windows or different curtains, the old style stuff and new style stuff. And yeah. So I got some work there to do, but I'll have to get some different paint for that. I need an alkali paint for the windows. So, yeah, I got to figure out what color I want to do. I don't know, I just do them in white or what, but we'll see when I finish painting everything else, what colors I'm going to use. Because, see, I brought the walls down. There's wainscoting around. So I'm going to paint the wainscoting a little bit darker brown, I think. So, good morning there, Mark White. Joined the chat.
Mark White.
There we go.
Hey, of course, AZ and Bill. We're right on the ball this morning.
Yeah.
I just got done feeding Mia, so she's happy.
Hmm.
Is it supposed to rain all day, Paul? Or
Actually, I haven't even checked the weather yet today, Paul. We'll do that right now. I gotta drag the screen over to here. I gotta go to Belmont, put a sign up. Wish I would have known yesterday. I was not that far from there. Well, it's 58 right now. 9% this morning, 15 this afternoon, 7. Look like the rain might be done, but then you pull up on radar, there's some rain over to the. Well, it looks like rain at your place right now, is it, Paul?
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yep. It's not raining here yet, but no, everything's going north. You look like you're about the only one that's going to get rain, Paul. Yeah, it should be gone around noon or so for you. Huh?
Famous last words from the weather people,
Oh, yeah. Well, I was a little shocked, Paul. Seen a bit of news yesterday.
Yeah.
I was hired by Lafarge to do that tiny Hope project, here in town, for the home people, whatever. It's not exactly the homeless people. There's some of the rent for $1,000 a month.
Yeah, but it might be $1,000 a month, but it's probably going to be paid for by the government. Because they'll designate them as all homeless, and that's what they'll pay for them to stay $1,000 a month.
I thought it was going to be like a whole lot cheaper than that. Like I would just, when I pulled it up on, whoa, because they said they're going to start going again.
Well, what you don't know is there anything included in that $1,000 a month? Is like 3 squares a day, or
I don't know what's included or what, but I was quite shocked. I thought it was going to be almost like a free for some of these people, or the way I was heard, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. So, sorry, just got an email. Someone wants me to do some photos and video for them. Yeah, I've been doing a bit of that too there, Bill. I've been busy doing aerials and stuff. Actually, I did yesterday. I did one that was pro bono. Now, it's one of my customers, but it's their own house. She's been giving me aerial photography, so I just did a freebie. So. Yeah, I don't know. They're Andrew. I know rent is up from last year. I understand that, but this was I don't know how to explain it. It's called the Tiny Hope Project. I thought like the houses are just going to be slab houses, like slab cement. They've got all the infrastructure under the ground in now, but well, it depends, Bill, how far you got to go. I did Strathroy. I just got finished doing photo shoot, and like I did photos and video, but I had to drive about 45 minutes. I charged $180. That helps any. Yeah, I can do an aerial mowing house, but not much room to fly around here. So many hydro wires and trees and stuff. You can't get down low around my house. Besides, I'm not selling my house right now. But anyways, this Tiny Hope Project, I thought it was for other things, right? So now, hey, Bill, I don't know where you are, the market. Now, I know Gary down at Brand Aerials down towards Hamilton, Toronto stuff. It's a lot higher market, like it's worth more money. I know he wouldn't go at the door unless he made $250, but this is a little bit different market here where I'm at, stuff. But Andrew, that just for doing a house. But if I'm doing it for my own customer for my signs, I charge $60. I guarantee 12 photos, but I probably take about 25 or 30. But I also get the sign on top of it, so I make over $100 just for one stop at a house. And as far as photo editing, I do that in about 10 minutes. Send them out to them. I'm gone, done. So it all depends if you're a regular customer or you're not, right? And if it's in town or not, that's another story, right? The cost of fuel ain't cheap here in Canada. You're looking at $7, $8 a gallon here. So, yeah, he goes on Johnny Drone Players. Like he goes on in the chat there. He's not too much onto the thing there. He was doing a bit of a live. I think doesn't he do a live stream the hour before the hour or something? Ken Heron, he tries to get an hour in before that. I know he was doing it, but I don't know if he stopped doing it.
He used to, but he doesn't do it anymore.
Doesn't he? Oh, okay. I see him on Facebook the odd time, he's at a football game with his son or something, but, I just. Mm.
Yeah, Gary hasn't been on YouTube much at all lately.
So, Bill, is this a real estate company want you to do this or just a private individual? You're just kind of curious.
When you're pricing, Paul, especially if you're doing it on the side and you could or you couldn't, what do you figure? I would figure it as what it would cost me in time and effort and labor and transportation and whatever else into the price.
Yeah, well, it takes about 10 minutes to.
Yeah, but it's like you say, though, you're not going to drive all the way to Forest.
Yeah.
Not unless you get the sign too,
Well, no, but that's depends on my customer or not. But I had to go to Strathroy. I charged them an extra $50 just to go to Strathroy and back. It's 45 minutes each way, right? And I didn't get a sign, but so I still got, like $180 for that job, right?
Right.
All it was just aerials, and some video, a circle. That's all he wanted. And he's already come back to me and said, "That was beautiful." So I was there half an hour. I mean, it takes longer to drive there than it did to do the job, right? So.
Well, you could sit down and micromanage it and go, okay, what do you feel your time is worth?
Yep. Yeah.
What your mileage is.
Yep.
Put in a little bit, something extra for maintenance on the vehicle if you're going to do it and all that kind of stuff. And just come up with a price.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely there, Andrew. It's definitely a high price for traveling. I think around here, the average, I think there's other photographers I've been talking to, and they're doing about 42 cents a kilometer. So.
Yeah, I would imagine probably best to figure it out as base rate for photography or video or whatever.
Yeah.
And then figure out mileage or your time or whatever, So you're looking at basically three different prices. One price, the job itself. One price is your time, whatever you think it's going to cost you. And then whatever transportation or other expenses.
Yeah. No, I don't there, Mark. It's not a requirement here in Canada because of the size of their drone. So I don't bother because it's just more expensive to have. I don't, it just. Yeah, there's a lot of things to factor in, right? So, but like I said, it depends if you're my customer. Like I've been doing the real estate signs now for 15 years, right? So, and been doing areas for about 4. So,
yeah, in Paul's case, it evolved. He was doing signs and then it evolved into doing aerials. So,
but I don't know why lately I've been getting a few people out of Toronto down here doing houses down here. That's kind of weird, right? But that one I did in Strathroy, that was not one of my customers. That was just go down there, straight aerial, come back home, edit it, put a video together, and I have some few pictures. But one of the programs that I use is Luminar AI for doing my photos. What I do is you go in, you color one picture, photo, that you like with the lighting conditions and da da da. And I say that as a template, okay? So then I can take all the other photos and apply that template to all the other photos. I might have to tweak something a little bit, maybe if I had the sun behind me, beside me, or whatever. May have to tweak a little bit. Takes about 10 minutes, and I'm done. Like it's, and everybody's happy. But you have to look at the other end of the spectrum too. We're not doing family photographs. It's real estate, okay? Yeah, it's not high-end, beautiful picture and all that. All they want to see some nice pictures. That's all they're looking for. You know, like I said, it's not a family portrait where you want to change the color of the face or the color of their lips or their eyeballs or whatever. It's just, it's a picture. That's all it is. You want a nice picture, but that's all it is. It's nothing special. And the pups are good. They're just around here playing. I think, well, I can't see them. They're wrestling behind me right now. So they're Andrew. So. I'm always happy with the result. They don't get them unless I'm happy. I'm my own critic, right? So, so far what I've been doing is good. Like, and when I'm there doing real estate shots, I'm trying to figure out what the customer wants, like, or what you would want to be able to see and not have in the picture, not in the frame or whatever. And there's always things I can do when I come home. Is I can take stuff out. I can take vehicles out. I can take, neighbors' garbage out, whatever.
What is that program that does that?
Luminar AI.
Yeah, because it's really something to see because, it's like power cables and stuff and lines going across the property. He can just go out there and just take that out. You wouldn't even know it was there.
Yes and no, Paul. But the funny thing is, like, I have another one called Luminar Neo. Okay, now I can go in there and take hydro lines out. Just one click. Boom, gone. But it looks stupid. Telephone pole sitting there with no hydro lines on it. So you don't want that telephone pole in the shot, right?
So you take the lines off with one program and the poles off with another?
Well, you can take the poles off, but you can't go along and take the whole pole out one shot because you got horizons and backgrounds and everything else. Because when you go down and say take a whole pole out, what's it going to grab from? The grass? Then you got a thing of grass going up. So if the sky is in behind it, so you take it down to the sky level, take that out. Then you go down and say there's trees around it, take that out. It'll work there. But then the last part, the grass, green or field or whatever, it'll take that out. But if you do it all one stroke, it just does a generalization, right? It doesn't specific to that background.
Okay.
Yeah, but the only thing with Luminar Neo, I can't batch things. Yeah, it's one photo, edit it, and it'll do wonderful things. Don't get me wrong; it's a beautiful program, but I can't batch it. So that's why you still use Luminar AI because, like, I can make one profile and apply it to all the other pictures. You can't do that in Neo. So, but Neo does so much more. It's AI, and even Luminar AI, right? So I can make the grass a little bit greener or brighten it up a little bit or what. So.
Yeah, I suppose what it is once you get into it, you'll figure it out what works best for you,
Yeah, but there's different customers want different things. Okay, you got to kind of remember that. I got one customer, Joe, especially, and Ross. I do all the outside photos for him. Okay, I do everything, low, high, everything. Okay, now I go to somebody else. Well, they've already got an outside photographer, and they just want a few shots from above, or outline the property from straight up, looking straight down. A few shots from around. I even got some people want the neighborhood. pictures of the neighborhood, like just do pan around a little bit. And they just want some, like, hey, there's a school there, so they want a picture above the house and you can see the school or whatever, or shopping mall or whatever. They want to be able those pan shots. So you gotta, after a while, you get to know what each customer is looking for, right? So, I mean, the other day, Friday, I did, it's funny because I did aerials of 2 lots, 1 acre lots. I did that back in the spring. Okay, it was all ground, dirt, whatever. They put some grass down there or rye or whatever and then cut it. It's a lot greener now. So I had to go back on Friday and redo it again. I don't care. They're going to pay me to do it anyway. So, but vacant lots.
Did you see what Welch Rob put in the chat, Paul?
You can now in Neil have one profile. Oh, okay, I haven't played with it for a while there, Rob, and Neil, because I said I can do my batch stuff. Well, I have to go into Neil. I've got it right. Yep, right there, Luminar Neil. I just looking down at the bottom. It's on there because I got Luminar 4, I got Luminar AI, and I got Luminar Neo. So I've got all 3 programs. So.
Well, it's raining pretty hard here right now, Paul.
Nothing here, Paul. No. Yeah, good morning there, Rob. Rob's trying to get on, Paul. So there's a link. Yeah, the link's in there. So, okay. It's funny. I've done, 25 or 30 pictures on a place, and you go to real estate and they got 2 that they used, right? Then I go to Joe or Roz or some other ones I got, and they use them all. Not all of them, but use like 10 or 12 or whatever, right?
Right. I'm going to have to get a computer expert on to hook up with me and go live so that I can try and figure out. I still cannot get my cameras on this computer. One right next to it, I can get the cameras on it, outside cameras. I can't get this one to do it.
Why do you want both computers to have it? I'd just have it on one. That way it's only.
Well, yeah, but like I can't show you.
Oh, yeah, okay. Because you're going to say you got 2 computers running the same program, that takes up resources by having it on all the time.
No, it's just over here on this computer, it will not accept my login information.
The way the things are going with the computer you're on right now, you don't want any more running on it than you have to. So. Every once in a while on this computer, I have to, about every 2-3 days, I get to do a reboot. Like a reboot, but I use the shift key. Okay, hold it down, then do the reboot. Then it clears everything off the computer. Oh yeah.
There's the rain right now.
Yeah, you can see the rain. Yeah. Huh. Yep. And so everything's wet.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I just threw peanuts out. Damn it.
Yeah. But anyways, but I hit the shift key and then the reboot. But when it comes back up, it comes up with not the DOS, but it comes up there. Do you want to continue with Windows? You click on that, yes, and it boots up and everything works super fast again. But I find, I don't know what it is, but YouTube seems to load something up, or it just, I can go on YouTube and it'll be boom, 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 load. A couple days later, it's like really slow loading. But if I do that reboot, it comes right back again. I don't shut it off. I do a reboot. So that seems to help fix a lot of things. Hey, Laura.
Laura.
There, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
See, he's printing something. I think he's still having audio issues, I think.
Or he can't hear us.
No, that used to be Control Alt Delete. All that does is bring up your task manager. You go in there, close out whatever program. But no, if you hit the Shift key and restart, it'll reboot, but it'll clean everything off. And a fresh restart, it'll come up with a screen that says continued. There's 3 options. And one says continue to Windows 11. Yep, just click on it. And it comes up really good, nice and fresh screen, ready to go. Things are fast. And well, you've already been here from the start of the show. I don't see you. Oh, yeah, I guess you were. Yeah, long time ago. Yeah. She was so. She was hiding.
Laura. Yep.
I wonder what he's printing there or something. Eat. The only one working though. Looked like he built on the second one there in the background. It looked like he built, looked like a man, top part of a man or a figure or something. No, nothing yet there, Rob. No voice.
Rob is the Ginger King, according to Laura.
Yeah. If you go down to the where the mute button is there at the bottom of the screen of Zoom there, you can pick out what microphone you want. It says, it's got a picture of a microphone. You hit the up arrow and you can go and pick out what microphone you want to use.
Yeah, well, they want to use the microphone that's with the
bottom of the on the left-hand side of the screen.
Of the Zoom screen.
The Zoom screen, because it'll say mute or stop video or whatever, very bottom left.
Connecting to audio now.
Hey there. Yep. Hey,
Yep,
now
we can hear you now.
Wow, at last.
Yeah.
I got a new computer, so it's setting everything.
Oh.
Setting will zoom back up and all that sort of bull crap.
Ah, yeah. Sure.
But yeah, Lumina Neo, you
Yeah.
can have your own profiles.
Oh, can you now?
And yeah, and they got all the AI stuff as well in there.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got the Luminar AI built into it, Neo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got all the extensions as well, which that was pretty pricey with all them. But just as a standard one, it's it's really, really, really good. Some of the one-click stuff you can do is crazy, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just love it. Well, especially for what I do, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, the real estate agents want a decent picture, right? But it's like you said, it's not a family photograph or a picture of a baby or the detail. You got to be really specific and all that. Like,
yeah. So half of the stuff then in Neo is not for you then, is it? Because that's it. It changes all your skin tone,
yeah,
your eyelashes and your complexion, and you can make your face look thinner and your body thinner. But it has got all the stuff which you need, which is obviously the removal of cables,
yeah,
the grass or green, the different skies, and just the whole arrays of everything else,
yeah. Well, they Luminar AI doesn't get rid of the telephone lines, but I try to keep them out of the shots anyways if I can, right?
Oh, well, Neo does the telephone lines with one click.
Yeah, but I did that one time to a picture, but telephone pole's still there, but it's kind of looking at telephone pole, but no wires.
Yeah, yeah. Mine leaves the structure of the pylons, but takes
Yeah.
away the takes away the cables.
Yeah, yeah.
It seems a bit strange.
Well, Paul, so what do you do if you want to remove that? You take and you just go down till it changes whatever the scene is, and you erase that part. Then you go
Yeah,
down and erase.
Just click erase. You know.
Well, as far as the hydro lines, it's one button, click, gone. Okay, it'll analyze where the wires are, and it'll remove them. But like
oh,
pole is a different story. Because
Yeah.
see, one of the things on the erase, say I want to take a car out of off the highway, okay, off a road.
you have
Okay.
to trace it.
So you have to go over and highlight it. But the thing is, it'll take the road around it and take that car out and put the road in there. Okay. So it makes it look just like there's a road, but there's no car there. Okay. But if that car was up, you say you had a lower shot and the car, you had a building in the background. If you go to take it away, it'll distort the picture, all the crap, because it tries to take, it doesn't take part of the road and part of the building and replace it. It might just replace, with a part of the building and stuff, and it's all distorted and everything else. So basically, you have to do it in 2 steps. It's like a telephone pole sticks up. Part of it's in the blue sky. The other parts, there's some trees in the background. Then the bottom part is grass. Well, if you try and remove the whole pole in one shot, what's it going to put there in place? A piece of sky that comes straight down? Or is it going to show a tree?
AI, there's another button you can click, which will fill in whatever is missing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can go in and clone and stamp too, right?
Yeah, you don't need to do that no more. You just,
Okay.
whatever is missing, you just ask it to fill in, and it fills it in automatically. If there was 5 objects,
Yeah.
it'll fill in the
5 subjects. Oh, okay. I got to probably play with it, but like I said, they see before I've gone to go replace it, even on somebody's driveway on a car next door, and it grabs part of the bush that was beside it or whatever, then puts a bush in the middle of the guy's driveway next door. And I go, yeah, okay, that ain't working. So you got to highlight the line, take that out, then go back and do the rest of the car on the asphalt. Then it'll take it out. It doesn't too bad of a job, but
yeah, have a look at the new features on that Neo AI. It's really good. It is.
actually, there's probably an update on this thing too. Windowed it. Oh, there's Luminar Neo. Yeah, there isn't an update. Studio light feature, blur tool, and more. Oh, okay, let's install it.
They're more for the photography side, in they what do you call them when you have family pictures? Then
Yeah,
it's more for that.
okay, where'd you go? Oh, there it is. Gonna drag that over so it's over here.
Yeah, I done a U the other day as well, Mr. Murray.
You did?
Yeah, I filmed a ship.
All right.
Oh, you did a ship?
Yeah.
Oh, look out, Paul. Somebody's giving me a hard time. They're gonna start taking away.
But yeah, it was 5.6 miles, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Which drone did you use?
The A2S.
A2S, yep. That's
Hey,
right.
Daryl. Yeah. Oh, Lord.
How did you do?
Yeah, it's hang on, trying to find it now. We do.
Laura said she said her back is hurting. She thinks she's getting old. Wait till you get old. Then you're going to know what back pain is.
There you go. The link's in the chat, Paul.
Okay.
I'm just downloading something here, so I can't quite go to it right now. I'm just doing an update on Neil.
Yeah, I'd like to know what sort of ship it is, Paul, if you know.
There's a ship in the desert. Wonder if I can fly out to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I could, that being that far away.
Not a sandy beach, is it?
It is a bit the other side.
5 times the speed. Go.
Just skip to the
What were you flying there, Rob? What was it you were flying? Oh,
That almost looks like a Coast Guard ship from over here.
a couple of small boats out there fishing.
Yeah, it's a working ship of some kind.
sorry, Paul.
It's a working ship of some kind. Yeah, see, it's doing buoys.
Yeah, what's that?
That's channel markers.
Channel markers. Yeah.
They put them in and they anchor them in different places, and they have lights on them. And
5.6 miles. Wow.
In by that, I just took a couple of pictures of it, which you can see a little bit better.
yeah, see those are channel markers, and they use this hoist to put them in the water.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Well,
See, he's got one hooked right now on.
yeah. Looks like it just came out of the water because it's pretty dirty, Paul. So that's an Air 2S, is it, Rob?
Yeah.
Nice job.
But you see that one though, you look at it, see, Paul, look how dirty it is.
Yeah.
When they look like they just pulled it out of the water. Well, you weren't out there very long, were you?
No, my battery was down to, once I circled it,
Yeah.
my battery was down to 52%.
But look at the water. Is that just the color? Or is that how shallow it is right there?
A bit of both, and as well, it's
Yeah.
See, that's why they're out there working on channel marker buoys. They don't want anybody running aground.
yeah, the water that is quite murky, and
I would imagine a lot of vegetation, especially seawater.
yeah, well, it's right by a estuary.
Estuary, yeah.
Look how a lot of the houses are up on the hill. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this stupid money they have.
Yeah. How much battery did you have when you got back?
Don't know, 10% maybe.
Oh yeah.
Hey Justin.
What's up?
Hey.
What strom was that?
That was his Air 2S.
Yeah.
So is that close to where you live there, Rob, or what?
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes away. Me and the family was down there.
Dawn here.
Well, that was a nice shot.
Yeah.
Just something.
The Bill, Andrew, TJ, David. Who else is in here? Mark.
Now, Rob, are you ordering the Mini 4?
Joe.
Yeah, there's a link in the chat. It's the same area, Paul. But that's flying the DJI FPV.
Yeah.
Mark wants to know what whereabouts and Wills are
Yeah.
you, Rob?
Ogmore by Sea.
Ogmore by Sea. Oh,
Yeah, that's what it's called.
so this is FPV,
Yeah,
the DJI one. Okay.
This is which drone?
the DJI FPV.
So it's the older FPV, not the
Yeah, no, not the
not the Avata.
That thing moves right along, doesn't it?
yeah, it'll do 70 mile an hour in sports mode. 60 or 70, I think.
Yeah, that one's a lot faster than the Avata, cause it will do 100 if you're in acro.
So, yeah. I didn't want to put it in acro with all the people about,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, and end up crashing it or,
So I take it the tide was out at this time.
yeah.
How come everybody's driving on the wrong side of the road?
Yeah, there's something going on there.
God, does that look like an old English town?
There's the people who are feeding the shark.
Look, if you hit somebody, Rob, you just tell them you shouldn't have been in the way of my drone.
Yeah.
Your own fault.
There's people out there on wakeboards and all that, or paddle boards. Is that the word? Where they stand up and paddle along?
Yeah, paddle boards.
Fucking idiots.
Why, is it cold out there?
No, but just the water's all murky. And they're doing good down there.
They used to put up a lot of those Stonehenge type things, right?
Yeah, there's loads of castles and ruins, and this and that down there. It's good fishing.
There's a lot of history in your European countries.
Yeah, but the houses on the coast there, it's stupid prices. Hang on.
I mean, is it expensive, those houses?
You have 2 sacks.
Oh.
Ogmore Sea.
Oh. Ogmore by the sea.
Justin, are you feeling a little bit better today, or is it still sore?
Oh, it's definitely sore, but yeah, it's a little bit better.
Yeah, drugs do wonderful things. Okay, let's launch it. Okay, just just got finished updating Luminar Neo. So the database went back up. Current database? Nah, skip it. I got nothing on there to back up.
Hey, Ron. Hey, you been, Justin?
Ron, how you doing? Are you working today? Oh, he's always working. He's always working on something. Mark says, okay, so the southwestern corner of Wales.
Southwest. Yeah, Glamorgan, I think it is. It's classed as. I think I had my camera off on when you came in.
So are you thinking about buying a new drone or no, Rob?
Yeah, I don't really think so. I can't really see much of the appeal between that one and the Mini 3.
So now, did you get the Mavic, the
A3, no.
the Mavic 4 or whatever?
The Inspire 3, you mean?
Yeah.
No, I got the Inspire 2. I didn't get the Inspire 3. I got the Maverick 3, but I didn't get the A3.
Now the Mavic 3 Pro, does that have the 3 cameras on it?
No, I didn't get that one. I got the Classics.
Okay.
Hey, Rodney. Yeah, there was it was just
Paul was talking about the Mini 4. That's what he was talking about.
sorry, Justin.
Paul was talking about the Mini 4 that just came out yesterday.
Yeah, then he mentioned a couple of others he did.
Yeah, the other one was with the 3 cameras. It has the 3 different cameras on it. Do they have an enterprise version of that gives you thermal too? I get so confused with all these different.
Yeah.
Hey, Rodney Bell, how you doing? Good afternoon, evening, and morning.
But it's a pretty good price, isn't it? The Mini 4.
Yeah, over here, if you get the Flymore package, it's like $1,100.
Yeah, and over here it's near 1,000.
Yep.
900 and something. I was expecting.
And that gives you that gives you the better controller too.
Yes. Yeah.
And somebody said that you can go out like 12 kilometers with that.
Yeah, I bet you could. That's the only thing which interests me is the OcuSync 4. Because I do suffer with signal with the Mini 3.
Well, that's important, especially in high areas where buildings or obstructions or whatever. You know, it makes a difference being able to reach them, because I've been flying before in like if there's buildings and stuff around, I get around the other side and it loses, you know?
Yeah, same as me. Maybe the same as me. Yeah, Andrew saying Mini 4 may be the same as a thing, but and it does 4K 100, which is a good thing, but I've got the Maverick 3, which does more than that, so I don't.
Well, and it also does decinelike, right?
Yeah, but I don't bother with
I
that.
don't bother with that either, but I know that like some of the guys that really are into it like the decinelike, and they like to
Depends what software you use, don't they?
You're talking about the D-Log?
D-Log, yep.
Yeah, but that's not the D-Log that any of the guys that are into editing like. They don't like that type of D-Log. It's the other one they like
I can't think.
to do is the more extensive D-Log, the one.
Yeah, where they use DaVinci and things, don't they?
Yeah.
Uh,
There's 2 different types of D-Log.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Rodney, for stopping in. You have a great day.
Eh,
Yeah,
Already was-
see running. Yeah, I use Premiere Pro and Movila.
Movie maker?
No.
let's see here.
Yeah, but the Moavi, I think it's called. Recently, that's got really, really good, and a lot of AI stuff as well into it.
Andy said, please remove sign at 81 Elgin Street today or tomorrow. Thanks.
In this one, you can nowhere like in Photoshop, you can just cut somebody out and then put them somewhere else. You know, swap them to another picture.
Right.
With the editing software I got, you can do that with a person out of a video. You know, if somebody was walking along on a path, you just with a couple of clicks, you can swap them to walking on a beach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Mark White says D-Log M. Doesn't quite give the D-Log M is what is in there. It's not quite as flat a picture as the D-Log. Now, I'm not looking for flat pictures, but some people that edit like to go and then they do their own thing.
They do it themselves, then they.
Yep.
But with everything AI now, you don't. No, not yeah. The Mojave is a desert. I didn't mean Mojave. What's it called?
Well, Hodges has been painting walls and ceilings.
Yeah, yeah. I just got another sign just came off. So, but that one's close. It's only about 3 blocks away, if that, maybe 2.
It's called that mag.
Waltz drops says Movavi.
Yeah, that's the
That's the program.
software. Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. Premiere Pro is amazing, but it's really hard. That one has got a lot of one-click options. A lot of AI you can buy and other things. So yeah, if you're just doing, you know, quick YouTube videos, it's
You
You
know,
know,
play more.
good.
Oh,
Right, hang on, be back now.
Okay. Take your time, Rob. Take your time. So, Justin, what's on your agenda for the day? Anything?
Nothing at the moment. I'm just making me and Aubrey some breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Like kind of a late start, man. That medicine made me so groggy yesterday.
Aubrey's home?
She's been, she was running a little bit of a fever this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
The, yeah, I noticed a lot of different people that received the new Mini 4 are really putting out the social media stuff.
oh, at the table.
Every day somebody else new. Here's one 55 minutes ago.
I mean, of course they are. They're trying to get as many clicks as possible while the thing's hot. Cause in like 2 weeks, nobody's really gonna care.
But I think that's stock footage from DJI, isn't it?
I don't know.
This is your complete beginner's guide to the DJI Mini 4 Pro. There are so many features packed into this drone that are perfect for beginners or pros. And in this guide, I'm gonna teach you everything that you need to know about this little drone. So whether you are a first-time flyer or you've
$10 says he said the same thing about the Mini 3.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, the thing of it is all of those features I do not use personally. I suppose if you're into features, it's like, Chuck, adjusting this, adjusting that, doing this, doing that, setting this, and
you want to make sure
that.
there's no obstruction.
I just don't have the patience or the knowledge to do that.
What's up, Waypoint?
And it's not going to fall out. Now, also, when you're looking down at the drone, you'll see your propellers on each arm, and these are connected using a little screw. Okay, so now we're set up with the controller to start flying. Is used if you're doing an automation mode and you want to stop the drone mid-flight. So if you're doing a quick shot or you're doing something like tracking and you want to stop the drone with whatever it's doing, you just click this button once. It's going to freeze the drone and up slightly. It's going to give you the best reception.
I noticed they went back to on the smart controller the antennas.
Oh my God, bro. It's been the same controller for the last like 4 years. You don't need to explain all the stupid shit about it.
Their ISO or shutter, you'll just click where it says auto, and now you're going to be in manual control. Turn to home, labeled with that little behind me.
Waypoint's looking a little gray there.
Is find my drone, zebras that are in the sky. So you can go and clean up all the different. So those are the two ways to take off and land, which is all about the active. Because I'm at the bottom or car or boat or whatever you're tracking.
I've never ever used active track in anything.
Change this, say 9 feet.
Active track's fun in some cases.
I've never used that either. Never used waypoints.
I used waypoints a few times, but I didn't like the footage that came out of it.
Test all of these different modes. Flying, taking videos, taking photos, just practice. But beyond that, you need to figure out what you're going to.
Oh, you talking about waypoint, Brian?
Andrew.
Hey, Paul, you should smurf Waypoint New England. He's been in a couple times now, and he's got some great stuff there.
I did.
Well, I don't know. He's white right now.
Well, it hasn't typed since I
Okay.
put it in.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been coming to a lot of channels lately.
It doesn't do them until he types again.
Yeah. Okay. You say hi there, in Waypoint, and it'll see if you're smurfed or not.
Well, I mean, yes, there's good reviews, Ron, but same time, it's like, does anybody ever really do a negative review on it, on the drone, or what the cons are? Not really. See, like Ron's flying a Pro 2 right now, right? And flying that for years now. If Ron would be worth making an upgrade if he wanted to get a new drone.
Yeah, because he's traveling all the time, and so a nice small one helps him.
Well, what I'm saying is as long as he's been using a Pro 2, Ron's situation would make sense for an upgrade. Other people, not so much. I'm gonna assume the Mini 3 doesn't have the Hasselblad, right?
No.
don't know why.
I think the newer drones have the Sony cameras. I could be mistaken, but I think I recall somebody saying that.
Who has Sony cameras?
DJI in the newer drones.
I never heard that before. I mean, that wouldn't totally surprise me, but
Huh? They just made the Mavic Air 2 remote ID compliant this morning for the US. Huh.
Sony sensor, that's right. I'm sorry, I was wrong, Mark. Sarah AZ, he told me this morning he was feeling a little better. Okay.
yeah, it's still a little sore, David, but between all the pills I took yesterday and I kept icy hot patches on there. They got a little bit of that lidocaine in it. That's really helped. So,
Oh, look at that. David McCallum, the NCIS actor from The Man from Uncle, he passed away this. Huh. Died of natural causes. Okay. He was a good actor.
Gracie's barking at you.
Oh, yeah, she wants to go outside. I got her. May I'll go downstairs.
She's looking at you like, hey, Dad, woof.
So there's another sign to come down, 15 Cortland. I got to go downstairs, open the back door. She was barking like crazy. This one wouldn't shut up. So put her in the house and close the door so she couldn't use the doggy door.
sorry, David, I missed your question up there.
Yeah, what time is it? 10 o'clock? Hey, no.
Eat my breakfast.
And now Vader's ready to go.
Oh, yeah, he's waiting for me.
Captain Joe, only drones with a specific camera name are the DJI Mavic 3 series. Hasselblad.
I just don't know why that's not standard across the board on their drones.
The new one has the I'll have the Sony sensors. Yeah, because Hasselblad's signature cameras is that square, you know.
Well, it's their color profile is what they use on the drones.
Yep.
That's their coloring profile. Like I said, I don't see what the problem is. It's just having that standard across the board for all their drones. I mean, you want your drones to be the best and make them the best. Why are you limiting certain things on certain drones that could be standard across the board? Yeah, I guess.
Hey,
I
David,
know.
did you get your order in for the
Nope.
Mini 4?
No, he just said, guess what I didn't do?
Oh,
He didn't buy it.
he was all set to order it.
I really don't blame him. No, you don't really need it.
Well, in his particular case, no, he doesn't.
I mean, David's got every damn DJI
Every
drone.
damn drone known to man, known to DJI anyway.
Well, I mean, he's got all the Altels, he's got all the DJIs except for the big massive ones like the Inspires and the Matrices. But, and in some cases, he's got doubles of some drones.
Yep.
Like I think the Altel, was it the Altel Nano? He bought each one that they had in each color. I think they had what, 2 or 3 different colors?
Yep.
We'll see if David holds out. Hold strong, buddy. Hold strong with that wallet. Oh, so you did order it. I took from your last comment you didn't, because you said, Justin, guess what I didn't do? So I was assuming you were telling me you didn't order it, but he said he did order it.
Oh, okay. There you go. Atta boy, David.
Oh, I've been trying to talk him not to spending excess money.
Atta boy, David. You just keep your collection going, buddy. So AZ, when is expected delivery? Do you know? Did they tell you? Day or two or a week or two?
Oh,
Yeah, I'd so love to have that. I think I've kind of talked myself in. I'd like to have that Mavic 4 Pro Fly More package.
Oh, you're so full of crap, David. The only drone that honestly, to be honest with you, that I'm still interested in, I still just wanna have an Inspire. I just wanna be able to fly one.
Well, we found you a couple on.
I know, but I don't wanna waste some money on them at the same time. I just want one of those just for the sheer size of it.
Well, once you've had one, they're impressive. Paul still got his.
What's that?
Fire.
Flies it though.
Yeah. Yep, sit right there.
So it looks like,
Oh, he's going to get it delivered by Friday. Atta boy, David.
All right. So Dave's gonna get it and do a. Oh no, it's Mark. Hey, who?
Just above it, it says have it by the weekend. So I think he said Friday delivery.
Okay, cool. Then he's gonna take it and put a full review on YouTube and tell us all about it.
who, did Mark buy one too?
I don't know.
No, Mark says, I think they said it should be expected by Friday.
Hmm.
And I think
Alright, hold on a
they
second.
was DJI. I don't know if Mark ordered it or not. Maybe.
Let's see here.
Justin, check your messenger, he says.
Alright, so for the 2-year DJI Care refresh is $125.
2 years? That's not bad.
Yeah. I was looking at, David sent me his, like, receipt from them. So for the Fly More kit combo with the RC2 was $1,100. The DJI Care refresh was 125 for 2 years. The Mini 4 Pro ND filters were 55. And then, why'd you buy prop guards, David? Anyway, he got prop guards for the $29. Oh, I guess that's because you can fly it over people now, right? If you have the prop guards. I think the Mini 4 falls under that now. But you have to have the special prop guards or whatever.
Traffic, go ahead.
Oh, wake up.
Well, but I'm just thinking about prop guards kind of negates the fact that it's a folding drone.
Roger, be American.
Well, no, I think with the new here. So I think with the new Mini 4, I think with that new rule that you can fly over people. I think it's only with the Mini 4 and you have to have these special prop guards. As far as I know, I think that's correct.
But it takes away from the fact that it folds, you know? I mean, I understand it might be a regulation, but it's like, geez, oh, Pete's.
Well, I mean, I've seen some of the prop guards and they're not hard to pop off on. They take like 2 seconds. I mean, if you're doing something over people though,
I don't think it'd make any difference here in Canada.
but like I said, I think they're switching the rules of you can fly over people if you have those prop guards on there.
Because I think like over 250 here, if you're gonna fly over people, you have to have a parachute on the stupid thing that costs more than what the freaking drones were. Yeah, I suppose you'd have to take them off before you fold it up because you couldn't fold it up with the prop guards on it.
Well, anyway, you got it all coming there. Good for you, David.
But Chin Dynasty says 1154 shipping US. So $1,300. But what's that in Canadian dollars? That's what?
No, that's what he paid. He lives in Canada.
No, but he said USD dollars, 1,304.
That's probably what he means that he would have paid in US dollars. Cause it's only 1,100 here. But I think he paid 150 total in whatever your taxes are.
Because you got about 70 or about 25 to 30% add on to that. So, yeah.
Okay, I'm back. I'm just with voice a minute because I'm eating.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are we having our daily tea and crumpets there, Rob?
No, I've actually got toast with a bit of sliced meat in it.
Okay. So it's like a toasted sandwich then.
Yes. Yeah, and it's one of them crazy days where everybody's turning up.
Yeah. Now, do you see the price there, Justin?
Oh, screw that.
$1,759 Canadian.
They're fucking $1,800. Like, holy fuck.
$1,800 for a drone that ain't even worth more than like 900.
Well-
Fuck that. I
What's
would
it?
never pay that.
What's 1,800?
Canadian, the Mini 4 in Canadian dollars is $1,759 Canadian.
Oh, wow. That's fucking stupid, isn't it?
Our Canadian dollar against the US right now is so low, it's not funny.
Are your Canadian wages then like I don't know, maybe a third or a half higher than what the US is at to cover these sort of costs?
Well, it's not good right now. The way our Trudeau government is doing, killing us. The problem is the inflation rate's so high, the interest rates are so high, like mortgages. People are starting to lose their homes right now because the economy is so freaking high right now. You can't get ahead right now.
Well, what I think he was asking was like, so say somebody over here at a fast food place makes like $15. Are they making like 30 in
Oh,
Canadian?
what they're getting here now. I think the minimum wage is $15.57 or something an hour now.
Shit, that's
But
about
that-
standard across the board here now.
Yeah.
Doesn't level it out, does it? Just in with the prices of things.
No, because that's what I'm saying is like, if their dollar is worth so much less than ours like that, people at McDonald's should be making like $30 an hour to be making a livable wage.
Yeah, because the US average wages, I think, are $15 an hour, aren't they?
Yeah, it's the same as Canada, but Canada's costs are twice as much.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you can live off of that.
Well, we
Or
can't.
even come close to it.
Everybody's trying to get rid of Trudeau right now. Like, holy crap. That's why Pierre Poilievre is, like, he's, because one of the first things he said he's going to do is get rid of the carbon tax because it's killing us. He's going to use technology, not taxing. Like,
Yeah, but it's all tax dollars. It's got to be replaced somewhere.
but see, liberal government, especially here in Canada, they're a tax and spend. They
Yeah.
tax you more so they can spend more and make them look pretty. Okay, but now it's all of a sudden it's caught up to everybody and they can't even afford freaking good groceries now because like a lot of these places now, no frills and dollar stores, people are buying groceries there now because they can't afford to go to a regular grocery store. It's just getting stupid.
This is why everybody's moving here. That's why so many people are moving to Florida because they don't have to pay state tax.
But see, a lot of we got about 4 different taxes on gasoline here. You got a road tax, then they got some clean energy tax, then they got 2 carbon taxes. So we're just being we're taxed to death here in Canada. it's just unbelievable.
How much is it a liter there for gas now?
Right now, well, it's down. I got to admit, it's pretty good right now, but $1.50. Well, I'd say $1.55 a liter right now.
Okay, and how many liters in a gallon? Is it 4.2?
4.5.
4.5 liters.
So you take your $1.55 and times it by 4.5. That's the price of a gallon here in Canada.
Sorry, how much is a litre?
$1.55 right now.
It's about the same as I was at.
It was $1.65, but it's come down a little bit. But before the end of the week, it'll be back up to $1.65 again.
So you're paying $6 or $7 a gallon of gasoline.
Oh, at least $7 a gallon. Yeah.
Fuck that. We're only paying like $3.40 here.
$3.45 here.
Yeah.
I get almost 3 gallons for what he's paying for one.
Oh, it's stupid here. And he's got another carbon tax coming. He wants to put 61 cents a liter on every carbon tax. So, 60, well, I'd say 60 cents times 4.5. Do the math. So, you're over $3. Like you're going to probably be $3 just in tax alone, a gallon.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice,
the world's going to hell.
Oh, so fast. They have to get rid of him. But the problem is they've been begging him to resign, but he's ignorant. He just, yours. I'm good for another 2 years. I'm going to make your life more miserable. So.
Well, it's the fact that when people get into that type of power, it's hard to let it go.
Yeah.
You know?
And you hear what happened, was it yesterday, day before yesterday in Parliament? Well, they had Zelensky there. They had some Nazi soldier there. It was a standing ovation. A Nazi in Parliament. Oh, Jesus. They're just going ballistic over here right now, especially the Jewish community. But, oh, my God, I think the Speaker of the House, they're going to use him for a scapegoat. And I think they're going to fire his ass because they said they're meeting with him today. Because he's the one apparently invited them, but the problem is, Prime Minister's office was the one that bettered them, because you have to be bettered to speak in Parliament or whatever, to be in Parliament. Well, anyways, they, shit just hit the fan here the last day or two. Yeah, it's, I think the Speaker of the House is going to be fired today, or he's going to step down, one or the other.
Could you imagine just like what Nixon felt like when he had to resign? So I said, like, when people don't want to let that power go, it's almost an adrenaline junkie type feeling you get, I'm sure, being at that level of power.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
What happened on Friday?
That's true, Mark, but that's still more expensive than us. Even though our leaders, that's not very much more, that's still way more expensive than what we would pay, though.
Yeah,
If you're $7 a gallon, shave off what, about $1.50, you're still way more than we are.
oh, yeah. He hasn't resigned yet. I've just been watching the news here. Actually, I go to BBC. They would have it first.
I mean, I could see fuel being expensive in the UK though, because just cars aren't as prevalent. They don't use nearly as much fuel as a lot of the larger countries do. So I could see it costing more there. As the public transportation is a way more prevalent in the UK than it is, especially over here. I mean, cause you got vast amounts of land over here that if you wanna get to one place to another, there is no public transportation to get from point A to point B. Especially if you're in the middle of the United States, man, everything is so vastly stretched out from each other. I mean, you can drive in a lot of states and drive for 2 hours and never hit one town. Public transportation's only halfway decent in the big really big cities. And I remember we were pushing like early 2000 prices here a few years back, man. That was nice. It was like $1.40, $1.50 a gallon.
Well, I hate to
No, I
shock you, but when I first started driving, Paul might have a similar story. They used to have gas wars here, 19.9 a gallon, 19.9 cents a gallon.
Oh, yeah. I can remember. I can remember
solid.
paying about 45 cents a gallon.
Yep.
On
Yeah,
average.
and the 45 cents a gallon over here was where full service. You pull up, somebody comes out, pumps your gas, cleans your windshield, and the whole bit.
Well, they used to have the gas station here. They used to hire nice looking girls in what do you just those tops that stretch across here and really tight shorts just to get people to come to the gas station. They'd wipe your windows and everything else, check the oil, and oh yeah.
Yeah, I seen that, David. What you posted in the group chat. Yeah, they had a small group from the Chinese military that came over and marched in a Mexican military parade. Which, let's face it, Mexico's military is a big joke anyway.
Oh, look at this, guys. Let me see. I got to get the right one here. There we go. Cool.
Nope, Roll Schraub's still here, Laura, unfortunately.
You guys see this?
What the hell is that?
I don't know. It's in the back of Curtis's truck.
What's that?
Laura's,
Just didn't want to put me in, is it?
no, Laura's talking crap about you.
Ah,
What is in that crate?
Don't know.
Probably drones. Underwater drone.
I wonder if that's that one he sent away to have it fixed.
I don't know.
He hasn't said what it was yet. No.
Max. Troublemaker, you.
Hey,
No, but
Max Air, how you doing?
No, but like 3-4 years ago, man, the gas prices were nice. You could go to the gas station for like 20 bucks. You could fill your car up enough to go on a small little, road trip for the day.
Oh, hell, when I was younger, we used to go uptown, cruise, what they call cruise the drag, right? Because you could put $2 for the gas in there and cruise all night. Like, mind you, we only made about $2 an hour working.
Don't worry, Laura, I'll read it to him. So Laura says, Justin, you are a grass, whatever that means, or an ass. I'm assuming is what she meant. He can't read, so he wouldn't have known I said anything.
Yeah, the grass means you're somebody you've told somebody when you shouldn't have.
Yeah, but
Uh,
she's claiming
so-
you couldn't read her comments anyway, so.
Yeah, I know, I couldn't have a bit. I had new glasses today, so that might help a little bit. Only a little. Just like a picture's better.
Anybody ever seen the pre-wash on a dishwasher? Hey, that's like around my house. Oh, good.
That's funny.
The pre-rinse, yeah.
Grass means great ass, David said. Oh, thank you, Laura. Appreciate it.
I need to find put it down on the salt dock up on ahead of you. For salt dock at 1150.
All Hodges, David wants to know why you put gas in a horse when you were younger.
Yeah, really.
Well, you didn't have to put gas in a horse because the horse developed his own gas, like the cows. You know, I can still remember the rains. Clippity cloppity, clippity cloppity, clippity cloppity.
Did I hear the other day, Justin, you've got 10,000 hours?
10.3.
Wow. Shit.
I don't know how many hours I have. Do you, Justin?
No, you can look it up in the YouTube studio.
You're never not blind to you. But I mean, Justin's only been going, what, two years on that channel, is it?
No, only a little over a year.
Is it?
Yeah. About a year and 4 months or 3 months, something like that.
Well, congratulations on that.
And I've hit 500,000 views the other day,
Yeah, I'm on about
Saturday.
4,500. I am. But recently, I can't get my shorts to work though.
Yeah. Hey, oh, I don't know, guys, is this legal or not? The helipad, but it's on the Hard Rock Casino. But it's got a helipad, and TJ did it.
Why wouldn't that be legal?
Well, I just wondering, like, you know, being a helipad, you know, here we can't fly within a kilometer or whatever of a helipad without prior.
Oh, yeah, here you can fly near a helipad as long as it's not being used.
Okay.
They'll tell you, your controller will warn you, just tell you to be careful.
Yeah.
Well, because that's a helipad that's probably never used.
Yeah, it's not
It's
like
prob-
yeah.
No, it's just for when like big wig high VP VIPs come in. Something like that. Or you know, like
Most of
CEO.
them have got flight restriction zones around them.
No, they don't treat them like airports. They just tell you to be very cautious and keep an eye out.
But they're changing all the laws over here.
Because if that was the case, that would have been geofence and he wouldn't have been able to get near it anyway. Or he would have had to get some kind of Lance approval.
Yeah, you AZ, I'm with you that it's a great drone, but if you've already got the Mini 3 and the Maverick 3, why do you really need the Air 3.
Well, David collects drones.
Yeah, no, he just said to me, have I got it? I said I haven't. I can't see where in the lineup it sort of fits.
I don't know if I showed you this before, but
Oh, yes.
no airbags. We die like real men.
I've seen that on a lot of motorbikes.
Yeah, Joe, when I used to fly at the park, there was like 3 or 4 helipads around our area. That were all within like a quarter mile of the park, and I never had no issues with them. And a couple of them I could never find. It said they were there, but you flew near that area and I couldn't see no helipad, so. Well, like I said, if I had an Air 2S, it wouldn't really be a huge. I wouldn't bother upgrading to the Air 3. If you got a Mavic 3, you're kind of downgrading unless you're just
Yeah, if you
wanna have it.
I've got the Maverick 3. I've got the Mini 3. I've got the Air 2S.
I mean,
I-
unless you just wanna have it, right? Like if you just
Yeah,
wanna buy
no.
it to have it.
Yeah.
But, and now if you're flying a Mini 2 or an Air 2 and you wanna upgrade to something newer and bigger, then an Air 3 would make sense to me.
Yes, definitely. But for most of us, we have got, who we're doing like Matt and, and people who are doing a bit of commercial work. You just, if you've already got the minis, like Paul Hodges, where would they fit in his line?
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. If you already kind of have all the drones that kind of surround that one and kind of equal or a little bit better, I wouldn't buy it. But it's just my opinion, unless you just wanted to have it.
Yeah.
I know somebody was saying that the DJI Mini 4 Pro, the maximum flight altitude is locked at 120 meters in Europe. Like you can't go any higher.
They keep changing that all the time.
But that's the thing though, is what if you need to inspect a tower that's higher than that? You can't do that?
No. Yeah. Is that 100%, Paul?
Huh?
Is that 100%?
I don't know. It's some guy old parts with drones, but they're showing pictures of it.
Oh, you know what though? He's talking about all the other the European Union countries. 'Cause you guys
I know it's something they're trying to bring in. And then
yeah, but you guys don't fall under that though, Rob. He's talking about the European Union.
Yeah.
But there was things about us only going to 120 meters.
Because the old farts with drones, he got the license for the European Union.
Yeah.
He didn't get it for you guys. He only got it for the EU.
Yeah.
So that's a whole, you guys fall under your own rules now, so. Because you guys did the Brexit shit, so. But like David said, they can hack it, Hodges.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing though, is like, I understand there's a certain height limit for hobbyists, but if you're doing commercial work, you may have to go higher than that.
Well,
I mean, there's some towers, no joke, there's some cell towers that can be as high as 1,000 to 1,500 feet. That's tall. There's some that are even taller than that.
But look at the mountains. Wales. I got mountains a quarter of a mile from me. They're over 400 foot.
yeah.
If I take off at the bottom of the car park, I can't reach the peak. Where at the peak it's got a a plaque and a monument to say that somebody invaded somebody there. Yeah, my drone goes off like 3/4 of the way up there to say that maximum altitude reached. I can disable it, but I don't bother.
I mean, there's gotta be some kind of special rule for people that are flying professionally.
Yeah, you can just disable it and then ask for authorization.
Well, I did that shoot on Friday down at Strathroy. Now there was a big tower there, but because it was like a 1 acre property, he wanted a top down shot. I had to go up to 800 feet. I had to bypass my restrictions, and so I go up to 800 feet in order to get that shot. But I was beside the tower too, so I think I'll be okay. So, but it was quite a tall tower too, so I'm not sure exactly how high it was, but.
Yeah, AZ is right. To fly past those restrictions, you have to get authorization from DJI. Usually you can just email them or whatever, but
Yeah.
to unlock it temporarily. I found that out when I was down. I was going to fly a, what do you call them? Circle rounds where you go around roundabout that they just installed just northeast of the St. Clair County Airport. And it wouldn't, even though there was trees that were 200 feet or 100 feet high, it wouldn't let me take off the ground. It wouldn't let me even take off. Which,
Well, right.
which to me doesn't make sense. If there's obstacles at a certain height, then you should be able to,
Yeah.
as long as you stay below the obstacles.
Well, to be honest with you, I think DJI needs to stop telling people what they can do with their fucking drones. And just warn you, but I don't see how it's any of their business what you're doing with that drone, as long as you're following the rules or whatever, it doesn't matter. When you buy a car, do they tell you you can't drive your car to certain areas or block you from going a certain speed? No. Why the fuck is a drone doing that?
Let's see what I got today.
DJI has way too much involvement in what the pilot's doing after they sell you the drone. I think that's stupid.
Yeah, I was with you on that, Mark. I was just saying that I leave mine set so that I can never sort of go over without knowing going over.
What, did you just get something, Paul?
Oh yeah, my Meals on Wheels.
Oh,
What goodies you got today, Paul?
I don't know what it is. It's some kind of a rice, vegetables.
ugh.
Oh, it's like a stir fry probably.
Yeah, and it's hot. And in the bag, what do we got in the bag? What do we got in the bag? What do you got in the bag? They always give you a slice of bread, a milk,
Oh, why not?
butter,
For your bread.
and what the hell is that? An apple?
Looks like a peach
Could
or a
be.
plum or a plum.
I don't know.
That's a plum.
Plum
Plums are
wonderful,
good.
right?
Plums are good.
Well, gentlemen, I gotta go. I gotta go do some work. I don't know. It's funny, right? Everybody around here don't work or something. What? Anyways,
Yeah, I'm going live as well this afternoon with
yeah, I got 3 signs to do, but I gotta go to Belmont, put up one. So
Rob's going live this afternoon, Paul.
I said I might.
you might, yeah.
Rob said he's going live this afternoon, Paul.
But it'll be on this channel. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're about
No, that's okay.
join me.
What's- You're 5 hours different. So what time your time?
I don't know, just if I decide to,
Okay, all right.
but it'll
Okay,
be on my Welsh
every-
drones, not on my Welsh Rob.
Everybody in the chat, Justin, thanks for being here. Rob,
See you later.
Paul Hodges, we'll see all you again next time. Later today. Bye-bye.